हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल वेयर आज हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं मेड इन हेवन विच इज़ क्रिएटेड by the one and only Zoya Akhtar, Rima Kakti, and like I think she are the co-creators of this beautiful series. और इस सीरीज को डायरेक्ट किया है नीरज गेवान, अलंकृता श्रीवास्तव और लाइक जोया अख्तर और रीमा कागदी ने भी डायरेक्ट किया है. सो यस, लेट्स स्टार्ट विद इट. डिस्कस करते हैं. विशेष जायसवाल इज द फर्स्ट गेस्ट फॉर माय पॉडकास्ट. लाइक ही मेड हिज डेब्यू फॉर एयर. लाइक उसकी वजह से ही आई वुड लाइक कि चलो यार इस पे करते हैं, और विशेष ने पहला जवाब दिया था तो चलो विशेष आना ही चाहिए यार. एंड द नेक्स्ट गेस्ट इज सताक्षी मैडम जी, जो आई डोंट नो फॉर सम रीजन लाइक अ वेरी सरप्राइज एंट्री है, क्योंकि वो ज़्यादा हिंदी फिल्म्स के लिए नहीं आती है, लाइक हिंदी सिनेमा, हिंदी स्टफ के लिए. So a surprise entry, but yes, quite excited to hear what Satakshi has to say about this show, which is which
और
is from
बैठते हैं.
Hindi space. Yes, so yes, let's begin. Vishesh ji, कैसा लगा आपको ये सीरीज? Your thoughts on
यार
this?
विशेष जी क्या बोल रहा है भाई तू फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल
Being so
दिस
formal.
या अचानक पता नहीं फ्रॉम फराह खान he has become like Simi Garewal suddenly but but yeah I mean I liked the second season as well. I mean the first season was obviously amazing and we were all waiting for so long to for Excel Entertainment and Tiger Baby and Amazon Prime to do something about it and come up with season 2, but it takes time. Season 2s are always tricky when it comes to the Indian web series space. But it came and it did not disappoint me. Like I'm hearing a lot of uh, you know very contrasting reviews. Like some people are saying it's too preachy, some people are saying the episodes are too long and like overtly dragged out, and some people are loving it, some people are loving what the show stands for, which is looking at the Indian society and the evils of Indian society via the lens of pardon me, via the lens of Indian weddings, which is like the great Indian social microscope, so to say. So I liked season 2, not probably not as much as season 1, but I still liked it. Yes, it does get a bit too woke for my liking at times, but over and above, for the most part, I liked it. And it was beautifully shot, much like the first season. So that is always a plus. It's always nice to see good-looking people dressed up really well in good-looking weddings. So I like that.
And also Sabyasachi dresses, the
Sabyasachi, yeah. All those
क्या
things. Beautiful music they use always in all the wedding scenes, in all the wedding sequences. They use some amazing music. So that is another thing that stands out. So their wedding scenes are the standout for me, like always. Like it's some of the best shot ones. We'll come back to that actually. I also want to talk about which one was my favorite. So we'll come back to that.
Satakshi, आपके what's your take on this particular season 2?
Well, I forgot everything, each and everything about the first season, so I had to rewatch the whole season and then I started watching the second one. So the second one was nothing like the first installment, I would say. And for so many reasons, the reasons which Vishesh told me, I mean, just told that they were preachy, they were way too long, and the messages were very blurry, I would say, and the entertainment quotient was lost somehow. That's what I felt about the second one.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Right.
So ये सीजन में like if I can talk about my views, मैं गया सीजन तो obviously देखा ही था. I went to the premiere of the first season, but ये
Oh,
सीजन yes मुझे like एक
subtle show off.
लड्डू मिला था एक like उनकी तरफ से, Amazon Prime की तरफ से लड्डू, इतना बड़ा लड्डू,
Nice,
और like it
nice.
was a gift from Amazon Prime Video. So बहुत अच्छा लगा था सीजन 1. सीजन 2 से आई फील काफ़ी एक्सपेक्टेशंस थी मेरी कि लाइक अभी क्या करेंगे, अभी कैसा लाएंगे, कि like, हर सीजन 1 में कैसे कि हर एक टाइप की अलग अलग वेडिंग्स दिखा रहे थे, कि लाइक
Correct.
वन फ्रॉम राजस्थान कि कैसे क्या होता है, और वन फ्रॉम लाइक मैं सीजन 1 काफ़ी कुछ भूल चुका हूँ, आई एम सो सॉरी अबाउट दैट. बट इस सीजन 2 की अगर बात करें, सो मैं
Is
काफ़ी
my
एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा था
view
कि
okay?
सॉरी.
Is my video the problem? You're getting stuck in between. Is it
Okay,
a
no,
fault?
okay, I think maybe मेरे यहाँ पे internet is good, but
मैं
yes,
देखता हूँ.
coming back to it, मैं जब
Yeah.
भी सीजन 2 देख रहा था और like I was like कि क्या expect करूँ अभी, क्या नया expect करूँ, क्योंकि um, हर लाइक काफ़ी कुछ देख चुके हैं कि कैसे एक राजस्थानी वेडिंग होता है, इतना मुझे एक ही याद है और बाकी और कोई याद ज़्यादा नहीं थे। सो मैंने जब भी देखा तो तभी लाइक मुझे पता चला कि क्या-क्या, कैसे-कैसे ग्रैंड वेडिंग्स होते हैं। राइट फ्रॉम द स्टार्टिंग कि सब्यासाची खुद आते हैं यहाँ पे और लाइक कैमियो, एक्सटेंडेड कैमियो आई वुड से देते हैं और उनके माइंड ब्लोइंग ड्रेसेस हमें देखने मिलते हैं, जस्ट लाइक आई डोंट नो, यहाँ पे एक मेंशन किया लाइक वो खुद का कैमियो है, सो सब जाके पता चलता है कि उनके ही ड्रेसेस है कंपेयर टू एज़ फ़िल्म्स, जहाँ पे बाद में पता चलता है कि द कॉस्ट्यूम वाज़ डिज़ाइन्ड बाय हिम। सो
Hmm.
वैसे काफ़ी स्टैंड आउट किए थे। मैं जब देख रहा था तो तभी मेरी मॉम भी मेरे साथ में थी, तो मैं बोल रहा था कि देखो यार ये कैसे कितने महँगे-महँगे हैं, लेकिन कितने कितने अच्छे लग रहे हैं और कितने ग्रैंड लग रहे हैं यहाँ पे, और वो बस जैसे विशेष बता रहा था कि कैसे कितने अच्छे, ये सब देखने में ही काफ़ी बहुत बेहतरीन लग रहा था। ये सब वेडिंग्स जैसे विशेष ने बात कर रहा था वैसे, और ऑब्वियसली इसके बारे में और भी आगे बात करेंगे, लाइक इट्स ऑल अबाउट द वेडिंग्स वैसे, और जैसे
Totally
लाइक
like to get married soon.
नहीं, 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 नहीं। मेरा नंबर काफ़ी देरी से आएगा। लेकिन येस, ये इसमें द मैरिज पार्ट्स काइंड ऑफ स्टैंड्स आउट कि हर एक एपिसोड में मुझे नए-नए मैरेजेस जैसे कुछ देखने मिले थे कि राइट फ्रॉम नॉर्थ टू साउथ वैसे, और लाइक काफ़ी बार एक-एक एपिसोड में तो जैसे 2-2 शादियाँ जैसे दिखा रही थी। मतलब एक मैंने एक पोस्ट देखा था कि क्या एक लगे ये सीज़न सॉरी एपिसोड 5 के बाद एक एक डाउन टोन जैसे ले जाता है कि कैसे एक्स्ट्रा मैरिटल जैसा, सॉरी लॉस्ट लव जैसा एक एपिसोड में दिखा रहे थे, जहाँ पे नीलम कोठारी और उनके हस्बैंड का
That's
जो
what
एपिसोड था
extra nice
वो
to me. Most love.
करेक्ट, और वो और इवन एक सानिया ये डायना मिर्ज़ा का सॉरी
कौन कौन
मैं
सा?
कूल आई एम कंफ्यूजिंग विद समवन, लाइक वो जो एपिसोड था जिसमें आई थिंक पॉलीगमी हो रहा था वहाँ पे, सो वो
द मुस्लिम वेडिंग
मुस्लिम
बेसिकली,
वेडिंग,
जो
करेक्ट,
उसमें
करेक्ट,
सेकंड वेडिंग हो रही होती है विद द फॉरेनर, राइट? दैट वन, राइट?
करेक्ट, 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 करेक्ट।
राइट, 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 प्रिया
सो
मिर्जा
वो
वाला.
वाला, काफ़ी थोड़ा मतलब एक मैंने पोस्ट पढ़ा था कि इट फेल्ट लाइक काइंड ऑफ एन 18th सेंचुरी काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग, और उसमें भी ऐसा लगा। मैं फिर जाके ये मैंने जब देख रहा था अभी रियलाइज़ नहीं किया, लेकिन जब मैंने पढ़ा तो
Sadly, it's
काइंड ऑफ
not
थोड़ा
like
ऐसा
it.
फ़ील हो
It's
रहा था
very
कि
much
लाइक
21st century thing.
सॉरी आई
So
डिडन्ट
many
गेट यू।
people I'm saying it's not something 18th century, it's very much 21st century, and so many people are going through this shit. I mean, from a particular religious community, it wouldn't have been coming. I don't want to comment on that, but yeah, it's happening.
हुँ,
Well,
ओके।
what will be interesting to see actually is that they've left Dia Mirza's arc at a little bit of a. I know that these recurring characters, these guest characters, don't really show up again, but the way she says in the end to अपना अर्जुन माथुर का character that जैसे आपने लड़ाई करी
I'm
थी, you
going to
took a
fight for
stand,
my
I am also
rights.
going. Sorry.
She
Yeah,
said that
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to fight for my rights.
Exactly, exactly. So it will be really interesting to see if and when they do come up with season three, do they give like a resolution to her fight or her this thing?
हुँ,
Like
Yeah,
because
I'm
this
very
is
much
one.
interested in what happens to Mrunal Thakur.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. They should actually come up with resolutions to characters also. You know, because
I'm
like once the wedding is
praying
done, their
to
job is
the whole
done. So
episode that she doesn't get married to that evil man.
I know,
Dia
हुँ,
but that's
Mirza's was,
also
uh, I would say it was quite confusing for me, but because one moment you just decide to end your life, the next moment you end up in a hospital, and then you realize, okay, they are my children, I need to fight for their custody. Uh, that's a bit, what to say, stupid.
ओके, बट
It
एक
doesn't come into place, right?
सो
There is
yeah.
य
always
I agree.
हुँ, हुँ,
it takes
I
time.
agree.
It takes time when you're just completely defeated by a situation and you're just You think this is the end of the world, there's nothing left for you in life, and you can't just in a jiffy just change your decision for life. You just can't be so
Exactly.
strong and confident just in a moment. It doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
agree.
first opinion from Ashi, they did show Mrunal Thakur splitting up with her husband. It came
Yeah, 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 it
as
did.
a news flash,
Yeah, yeah,
like for a two
yeah.
second
Comes
when
in the
Karan was
last
watching.
season, yeah.
Absolutely.
Last
Hmm.
episode, sorry. Yeah. But
Yes.
just to add to what Satakshi ji was saying earlier, this is a recurring problem in season two of Made in Heaven, actually, that a lot of characters suddenly change. Like, we don't get to see why their stance has completely changed. Like, for example, in the Radhika Apte episode, uh,
Huh.
in the second last scene, we see her brother being completely defiant about his stance on the whole wedding, and he just walks off in anger and
Happy about
disgust.
the whole thing.
Yeah, and then he was there at the wedding. Like, what made his change of heart?
Perfect.
How do we know as an audience what was his internal journey? Like, so it did feel a little rushed at times, is I think what Satakshi is also trying to get at, that it felt a little rushed at times, and the characters were a little um, acting out of place at certain occasions. Like, we did not know where their change of heart was coming from. As an audience, we need to be taken on that journey.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So there's Bomik also. Did you guys notice Rinko Shahne's a little cameo from that
yeah,
TV thing?
yeah,
So yes, that was a very good reference to a small part from season one as well. Yes, and
yeah,
also Titas is saying yes, he eventually splits, but I felt that kind of forced resolution is wishful thinking.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Just to like say that मतलब मुझे मेरा सबसे फेवरेट एपिसोड एक था कि it was season 2 episode 5. So beautifully they have seen
अभी
a
तो आपके
Buddhist
वाला ना।
wedding. Correct, वही वाला, like it was a bit expected from Neeraj Gaiwan, like a
Yeah,
guy who is coming from a Dalit background, and a guy who has made Masan and the short film, like the bit
Gili Pucci.
गीली पूछली, correct, that's right. So वो और हर उन दोनों फिल्मों में वहाँ पे एक दलित रेफरेंस स्ट्रांगली मेंशन रखा है हर बार.
बिल्कुल,
लाइक
बिल्कुल,
इट्स वेरी मच एक्सपेक्टेड कि यहाँ पे भी ऐसे कुछ मेंशन रहेगा, और लाइक ही हिट इट इन दैट, लाइक वो बुल्स आई उन्होंने हिट किया है, इतना बेहतरीन से दिखाया है नीरज घेवान ने, और फिर जाके और बहुत अच्छे से प्ले भी किया था राधिका आप्टे ने उस कैरेक्टर को भी, कि कैसे जस्ट आई वांट टू बी आइडेंटिफाइड
I'm
विथ
the
माय
girl crush on
ओरिजिनल
love.
आइडेंटिटी वैसे. एब्सोल्युटली. सो वैसे सो
but if I may
About
just
this.
add something about, हाँ, sorry, Satakshi, आप बोलिए पहले.
नहीं नहीं, आप बोलिए।
No, no, it's okay, go on, please.
नहीं, नीरज के अलावा मुझे लगता है और कोई भी डायरेक्टर होता, जैसे जोया अख्तर जैसी कोई भी होती, तो वो होता अबाउट राधिका's assertiveness, about her journey, her struggle and everything. But नीरज एक इतने मंजे हुए डायरेक्टर है, he just brought into life that brother's character. I mean, when he said that I never wanted to reveal my identity because I'm staying in India, I'm staying in New Delhi. It's very tough for me to come out of the shell. तुम
Exactly,
न्यूयॉर्क में रहती हो, you can take the decision, but you can't take the decision for us all. So ये
exactly,
मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत ज्यादा.
exactly. It was a very right point that he has raised. If hiding one's identity, if coming out of one's forced identity is a person's choice, then even hiding it, choosing to hide it, is also one's choice, which is
Exactly.
something that he was exercising. His brother and his family, perhaps, were exercising, which is completely fine because it's again their choice. They live in a society, right? Radhika Apte was in this whole bubble of her own creation, which is where when she says that right before the wedding, that did I go too far, you know almost everyone kind of wanted to say yes, you did a little bit, maybe a little bit, not too much, but theek hai, like if coming out was your choice, it doesn't necessarily be has to be hers. But having said that, again, uh, bringing in Neeraj Ghewan just for that one episode was again a masterstroke by Excel, because he's the best person to be saying Dalit stories from a Dalit perspective. So representation matters. So great call to bring in Neeraj Ghewan, and that was my favorite wedding per se out of
Yeah.
the entire season 2. It was very beautifully shot, very beautifully
एक्चुअली
done.
मैं खुद हैरान हो गया था, और कितना मतलब अंदर से सुकून जैसा मिल रहा था कि
It was very
वहाँ
nice.
पे वहाँ पे गौतम बुद्ध का ऐसा फोटो था, और
Mhm.
बाजू में बाबा साहेब अम्बेडकर का फोटो। आई मीन
That's
वाओ!
Buddhist weddings are done. So
एग्जैक्टली, लाइक मुझे नहीं पता था, और लाइक आई थिंक दिस इज वन ऑफ दोज जो एपिसोड या फिल्म्स कंटेंट जैसे बोल सकते हैं जहाँ पे बुद्धिस्ट वेडिंग दिखाया है, हम वी आर नॉट क्वाइट फेमिलियर विद दैट। सो
exactly,
लाइक
exactly.
इतने और लाइक ये चीज को बताना, एंड बताना कैसे कि एक बंदा जो खुद एक दलित है और वो बता रहा है, तो एक स्पेशल, इससे स्पेशल चीज हो नहीं सकती है वैसे। और वो बहुत अच्छे से मास्टर स्ट्रोक तरीके से बताया एक्चुअली
Bilkul,
ऐसे।
bilkul. I agree. Completely agree.
ये
Yeah.
एक्चुअली एक एक थॉट था आशी का, कि डाउटफुल दे वुड शो एनी रेजोल्यूशन फॉर दिया मिर्जा's कैरेक्टर इन सीजन 3, जस्ट लाइक दे लेफ्ट आउट द एंटायर LGBT राइट्स litigation battle that Karan was fighting from season
No,
1.
they did not. They didn't leave it out. He actually fought, and they showed that they scrapped section 377 because of what Karan started. Like they showed it in that way. They did not leave it alone.
आई थिंक वो एंड क्रेडिट्स में जैसा कुछ
But they
रहता है,
messed
राइट?
it up
वो कुछ
totally. But all the
Maybe, but
LGBT rights thing which was introduced in the first season, that was completely messed up in this season. These people were shown in a very different light. I'm sorry to say, in a very dark light.
derogatory light.
Very much.
Yeah,
ओके,
I agree.
बट
I agree because, like the way they showed homosexuals in general came across as very frivolous. Like they are frivolous, they are easy or something like that. So to say, which obviously puts the entire
Sex is the
community in a very bad light.
yeah, sex or
Yeah, I
substance
agree.
abuse. That's what they are meant for. They
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah. Totally,
showed like
totally,
that.
totally, totally.
But when you watch movies like Call Me by Your Name or Brokeback Mountain, you just get the feel.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
it was completely ruined, I'd say.
Very true, very true.
बट
I recently saw this movie, Royal Blue and something something. I don't
यस,
remember the
इट्स
name.
Amazon, लाइक तुषार के रिव्यू
It's
में
there on
मैं
Prime
तुषार
Video.
ने
Yes, it just came
यस।
out on Prime Video. It's also a teen gay romance kind of a movie. But again, they've shown it in such a beautiful light. Like they've shown the characters uh, outside of just their gay identities, who they are as people, what is their political opinions like, what is who they are basically out in the world, except just for being gay. So yeah, that was even better shown. So yeah, I completely agree with you, Satakshi, that they kind of dropped the ball there. Like could have done a little bit of a better job. Like Trinetra Haldar's character, Meher, is her
Huh.
entire character was based upon her just being on dating apps. Like she pretty much does not do anything except for being on dating apps and having like one bad experience after the other, which is also, I'm sure that they are trying to make a point here that transgender people have it difficult because there are many guys who have very different needs and demands basically. So I understand the struggle, but like they could have shown a little bit more character development for her, I feel.
Have you watched
लाइक
Fantastic Woman? You must have
Sorry,
watched it. A
sorry.
Fantastic Woman. So it's such a
Mm,
lovely movie when
yes,
you watch.
yes, yes, yes. Spanish
Yeah,
movie, I think, right?
Spanish probably. I've
Yeah,
forgotten
yeah.
the language.
अर्जेंटीना की फिल्म है, सेबास्टियन लालियो की
Yeah,
फिल्म
yeah,
है,
yeah. I've seen that. Yeah,
ऑस्कर विनिंग
it's a
फिल्म।
Spanish movie. Yes, beautiful
This
movie.
guy is constantly Googling.
नहीं नहीं, ये
Oh,
पता है, ये पता है।
no, no. This
Oh,
I also knew.
you don't. Oh, sorry. I'm the only one with so much forgetful who doesn't have any kind of
नहीं
information.
नहीं नहीं
I
नहीं
only
ये
remember the names of bits and pieces of the movies and I forget everything else.
नहीं नहीं
So
this
that's my
this I
point.
knew.
Netra's character, I love the way she was showcased and everything.
Yeah,
But
yeah, totally.
the her whole peace of mind, her whole happiness was dependent on the fact that how people are accepting her. I'm very much
Exactly.
against it. When you're ready to go through a major change in your body, you're just ripping off your genitals and you were just what to say? You're a warrior princess, I would say. But why are you so feeble? Why are you so vulnerable? Of course, you're a human being. You have every right to be vulnerable. But your happiness shouldn't be dependent on someone who is accepting you or not. His family is accepting you or not.
Very true.
A little bit. She should have been a little bit stronger. That's what I felt.
Okay. So there are multiple opinions coming out. So Ashi has some opinion. So Ashi is like first opinion. I would say कि वो बोल रहे
यार,
हैं कि I personally loved the character of Meher. What a beautifully feminine character written by a trans person. Talking about her as an individual, not just her sexuality. And the second thing she has written that like by the end I knew she was a book lover, which is why she asked him for her books back when she fears he's gonna leave her. हाँ. और सो लाइक मुझे एक चीज़ बोलनी थी कि जस्ट आप लोग से पूछनी थी कि लाइक व्हाट वाज द सरप्राइजेस लाइक न्यू सरप्राइजेस कि कैसे लाइक जैसे नए कैरेक्टर्स इंट्रोड्यूस भी हुए यहाँ पे लाइक मोना सिंह का कैरेक्टर था लाइक पूरे
Oh,
जो एंगल था पूरा जौहरी फैमिली का जो एंगल था
बहुत
लाइक
अच्छा
व्हाट आर
लगा,
योर थॉट्स
बहुत
ऑन दैट
ज्यादा।
जो like or even I think yes that's the one like जो एक था so that was the angle which was a new thing for this specific season. So what are your thoughts on that?
The way Vijay Raj supported her in that meeting with all the parents were present there. He said something like, it's never right. It's never right to suppress the fact. A girl should always go to the people. A girl should always express what she has gone through. So I love the fact that how much bonding these two had. And Vijay and Mona both I love. Seriously, they're just too good. They're just too good. I that was a big scar on her back. She was burnt, like, right? And
I
she
think
said everything to her son, but she didn't reveal the fact that probably that was an accident or something. I felt clueless on that part.
आई
Uh,
थिंक वो मेंशन होता है राइट आगे जाके कि द एक्स
uh,
हस्बैंड यूज्ड टू बीट हर वैसा उसके बाद जाके वो पड़ोसी के पास आए जो हु इज एक्चुअली लाइक जौहरी द दिस थिंग विजय राज के कैरेक्टर वैसे सो वो मेंशन होता है आई थिंक वैसे कहीं ना कहीं एट द लेटर
I
पार्ट
have
ऑफ
a
द
hunch
सीजन.
that probably she was not being completely honest with her son. Probably she was hiding something. I have this hunch. Maybe I'm wrong.
विशेष आप कुछ बोलना चाह रहे थे वैसे सो विशेष आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है लाइक यू आर
Vishesh, we can't hear you.
नो अभी भी ओके नो प्रॉब्लम नो प्रॉब्लम अभी भी नहीं आ रही आवाज नहीं 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 आ रही है आवाज कुछ भी नहीं आपका लिप मूवमेंट बस पता चल रहा है बस
तो लीव करके फिर ज्वाइन हो जाओ.
yes I think that would be a good idea. But yes, let's talk about some more opinions as well. I think Bhomik जो हमारे म्यूचुअल बोल सकते हैं कि फ्रेंड है जो हमारे फिल्म ग्रुप के मेंबर है. Bulbul hands down was the best character of the season 2. I like the way the makers wanted us to believe that Vijay Rice might have abused her, जो मुझे खुद को लग रहा था. But then when the truth comes out, it was such a revelation. Sorry. So ये चीज हेलो विशेष, यस यू देयर.
can you guys hear me
या
now?
अभी बहुत अरे नहीं अभी बराबर से अभी बराबर सही है.
हाँ, तो एक एक बात मैं ये कहना चाह रहा था विद
यस.
रिगार्ड्स टू द होल बुलबुल का एंगल. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, विजय राज का कैरेक्टर इज सम वन कैरेक्टर व्हिच builds up from being slightly unlikable to from season 1, that is, to now being extremely likable, because now we are getting to see him as audience. We're getting to see him even in a better light, and we are getting to see different shades to the character. Like, even if somebody is, say, doing questionable things in life in general, but they can have a good line of thought when it comes to women, for example, and girls. So this is what something that is this is something that I love about Made in Heaven in general. Ki nobody is like outrightly good or outrightly bad. So Vijayaraj may be a bit of a gunda or somebody like in his outside world, but inside he's a very dedicated husband, respects women and stuff like that, right?
Love.
Same goes for Jim Sarwala character, for example, right? He's a bad husband, bad boyfriend, but he's probably a good son, you know. So every character has some Tara, for example. Tara maybe a bad ex-wife or a just a bad boss or a bad, like, I don't know, not, I wouldn't call her bad, but like just a messed up person altogether. But she's extremely nice to her niece, and she's like always nice to Karan, as an Arjun Mathur's character. So like nobody is outrightly good or bad in this series, and everybody has gray shades, which is something that I really like about this show in general. And Mona Singh completely nailed it for me. Like for me, the standout performance of this season, and the one of like the best new entrant in this season was Mona Singh and her character of Bulbul. And I would love to see where she goes from here.
सच में बहुत बहुत बेहतरीन था.
Kamal ka, her
तितास
performance was great. It was well written, everything.
actually Titas बोल रहे कि like I felt Tara was the best written character, and is a perfect example of a well-meaning individual given into their human flaws. So which was your favorite character, Satakshi? Titas भाई का डिमांड है आपसे एक सवाल पूछना है.
किसका?
तितास बैनर्जी का एक सवाल है कि what was your
Oh,
favorite character?
this is my favorite character. Of course, it was Tara. She was a. I can relate to her very much. I'm not that ambitious or anything, but yeah, for her, she knew what she wants, and for that, she just sacrificed everything. And uh, at the end, when that guy, Ishwak, asks her that, "Do you deserve this mansion? How could you get it? You just lived with him for 4 years and you snatched off his mansion. That's not good." She says that, okay, that's my life and you are no one to comment on this. I know what I deserve. I love that thing in her.
Yep,
I
yep.
completely loved her. She knew that what she has gone through, it's not easy to digest the fact that your best friend, the person you have loved, you have completely trusted, has somehow snatched off your husband. It's not easy to digest. So probably that was her way of punishing Jim and her mother. Because when her mother said that this is a house, we need to make it a home again. So she was absolutely shattered. Tara was shattered. And probably that's what her kind of vengeance. I love that. Tara is my favorite character,
Absolutely.
Tita. I love her. I love Sobita in general.
Yes.
I
Vishesh,
agree.
आपकी
She's not
your
my
favorite
favorite
character?
character. No, I just want to just touch upon Tara a little bit to just to
Okay.
add to what
Okay.
Satakshi just said.
Hmm.
Completely agreed with her point of view, even though she's not my favorite per se. But the writers have taken on a very difficult route because they have made their two central characters, which is Tara and Karan, to not be outrightly likable. Like if you look at them from an outsider's perspective or just as a first glance, they don't have too many redeeming qualities if you think about it. Yet they are immensely watchable. Yet they are
Immensely
maybe probably
likable.
immensely likable in certain ways. In certain other ways, they
Yes,
are not likable like that. So they've balanced it out quite well, which is very true for each one of us. Like I may not
exactly.
like everything that say Sanket does, like, but may like certain things that he does, and which is why we are friends. So
Yeah.
we may have our
We
disagreements,
don't
but we
like,
still
even we don't like everything that we do.
exactly. But sometimes it is necessitated. So Tara is somebody who does what's right for her in the moment, and she
Exactly.
does not outrightly have a you know uh, way of making things work or outright worldview or anything like that. But she adjusts to the situation, and she makes the situation in favor of her, which is something which is
She
commendable.
doesn't
Uh,
regret much. That's what I love about her.
yeah, she is quite. badass that way actually. If I may use that word, she is quite badass. Like वो होता है ना, like blast हो जाता है and पीछे मुड़ के देखता भी नहीं, हीरो चलता रहता है. Like Tara is like that for me.
Exactly.
But
And she
like
has that
Bomix
confidence
says,
that, okay, I can
yes,
rebuild everything that I've lost.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. Yeah, agreed,
hmm,
agreed.
Sanket, please ask what was the worst episode?
my worst episode. Oh, sorry, yours worst episode.
I think
Okay,
she
I don't.
already has an answer for
Lot
that,
of
so might as
times
well
we
just say it.
say, Vishesh, which one did you like? I mean, dislike the
Dislike,
most?
dislike the most from this season, no? Um, okay, so I'll tell you what. I did not like the resolution of the last episode, the Christian wedding. Overall, it was an enjoyable episode, very breezy, light-hearted kind of an. Pardon me. It was a breezy, light-hearted kind of an episode. But वो marrying herself wala thing kind of just did not work for me. It was a step too far, I felt. मतलब इतना वोक भी नहीं होना चाहिए तुम्हें, मतलब थोड़ा एक स्टेप पीछे. इंडिया में नहीं होता है भाई ये. ठीक है, इंडिया में अब तक दो चार
They
लोग
felt
मर
like
गए
one.
होते उस वेडिंग में. दिल्ली में, वो भी जंगल में. Like it doesn't work like that in India. So it felt a bit too much to me. Like ठीक है, वो ग्रूम के भाग जाने तक ठीक था, but her marrying herself and the family accepting it also, like both the families accepting and they're clicking pictures with her, वो थोड़ा.
Everyone was so happy as if nothing
लाइक
wrong
दे लाइक
happened.
हाँ, मतलब शी इज मैरिंग हरसेल्फ, ये तो होता ही है, मतलब ये तो रोज ही होता है, मतलब इट इज नॉर्मल. ऐसे नॉर्मलाइज कर दिया जैसे कुछ है ही नहीं, मतलब. सो दैट वाज kind of the ending of that episode kind of made it like unpalatable for me, is what I would say. I did not hate any episode particularly, but that was slightly like मतलब I couldn't even, मतलब मेरा imagination भी वहां तक नहीं जा रहा है जहां तक like
और
ये लोग पहुंच गए हैं.
और
So yeah.
ऐसा था लाइक जैसे ये ईश्वक सिंह का कैरेक्टर था लाइक लाइक पहले एपिसोड से उसकी लाइक विद द इनिशियल एपिसोड्स उसकी शुरुआत हुई थी, उसके कैरेक्टर की
Yeah,
इंट्रोडक्शन और जर्नी हुई थी शुरू. बट
yeah.
फाइनल में जाके बस एट द एंड वही होता है कि एक चीज के वजह से ओके खत्म कर देते हो और बस वहां पे बंद हो जाते हैं. आई डोंट नो, मे बी शायद से अगले सीजन के लिए अगले सीजन में और कुछ ज्यादा हो. लेट्स होप
वो
सो,
एक चीज
क्योंकि
के लिए
वो काफी
खत्म
बिग
नहीं
जैसे.
हुआ था.
सॉरी.
When they went to that vacation now, that's where actually Tara realized that this is not the guy for her.
Yep, yep, yep. Because his
She
ambitions were
needs
not at the
love,
same
she
scale as
needs
hers.
certain things. And
Yeah,
she's not
मतलब their
wrong at all.
ambitions, that's fine, perfectly fine. That is not
Her
what.
mother also,
Yeah,
her mother also told her, no, yeah, Ishwak might be a good guy, but he's not the guy for you.
true.
हो सकता है लाइक
But then
द
again,
इवन.
Satakshi, if I may ask you this, how much do you think that was Tara's decision and not her mother messing with her? You know,
Mind.
yeah. Like how much was,
Actually,
how much do you think it is her own thinking versus how much do you think she is being manipulated in some ways by her mother?
Vishesh,
Vishesh.
actually, Tara is completely emotionally guided by her mother all throughout. The ambition, the cutthroat thing which she carries with herself, it's completely her mother's thing.
Yeah.
So her mother is not manipulating her. Her mother is actually actually guiding her throughout. So there is nothing wrong because she has chosen the path also. Maybe her mother has guided her into it, but she's happy with that.
Hmm. Hmm.
फेयर
Fair enough.
इनफ.
Which is your least favorite episode, Satakshi?
Uh, Least favorite, worst, I'd say.
Hmm.
Baddest. If that's a word. It was a French one. God, I couldn't even
Uh,
digest it completely. Probably I skipped a few parts because, oh my god, it was just too much to take. It was seriously so stupid. It was so meaningless. It was so unwanted.
yeah.
I hate Bollywood stuff, and this was completely Bollywood. This was this was like nothing compared to the other episodes.
ओके, फेयर इनफ.
The
सो
only
And
thing good about this world was its location and nothing else, nothing else. And
Anurag Kashyap's cameo.
He could have done much better than that.
Yeah.
मतलब वो एक्चुअली उसमें ऐसा लग रहा है कि कुछ
You
भी
know
क्या
one thing,
हो रहा है.
Vishesh, without even knowing who directed the episode, I was quite sure that it is Zoya Akhtar's piece. Nonsense.
एक्चुअली एक एक सीन मुझे लाइक वो एक मतलब एक ऐसा रहता है कि एक एपिसोड रहता है जैसे जहाँ पे नीलम कोठारी और समी सोनी वाला जो एपिसोड है.
Mhm.
Excuse me, sorry to interrupt here, Sanket. Why was Samir Soni looking like Thanos? What's wrong with his face? I'm not body shaming anyone here, but he looked like him.
Now that you have said it, I can't unsee it. Yeah.
बट ये वो एपिसोड मुझे इतना ज़्यादा खास नहीं लगा एक्सेप्ट फॉर द लास्ट बिट जहाँ पे उन लोग लाइक बोलते हैं कि कैंसिल करना है लेकिन फिर जाके वो एक गिफ्ट देते हैं
They
कि
kept शादी करते हैं without even getting divorced to their partner. What is
हाँ.
this?
Yeah.
भाई लॉजिक कहाँ घास चढ़ने जाती है?
मुझे
But guys,
एक्चुअली वो बिट मुझे पसंद नहीं आया था बट
this episode is perhaps the only episode which is actually drawn out of a real story, real case that happened in UP last year, where the father
Okay.
of the bride and the mother of the groom actually ran away together, and the wedding got stopped, and they ran away. Like this actually happened in UP last year. There was actually a legit news. So
Lust Story 2.0.
yeah, like they actually they just took it from there, made it more classier. Obviously, that was a much more lower profile wedding, so to say. But
वही वही
yeah, I guess.
एक्चुअली वही एपिसोड में मुझे वो चीज़ काफ़ी अच्छी लगी आखिरी बिट में जहाँ पे अर्जुन माथुर का कैरेक्टर लाइक उनको सरप्राइज देता है कि जस्ट लाइक बी योरसेल्फ एटलीस्ट एक बार यू आर लिविंग और फिर वहाँ पे उनकी जो ग्रैंड वेडिंग होती है ग्रैंड भी नहीं सॉरी वहाँ पे जस्ट क्लोज्ड वंस एंड देम बीइंग लाइक वहाँ पे जो इवन शिवानी रघुवंशी के कैरेक्टर के जो लाइक जो फॉरेनर्स आते हैं वैसे सो इट
Extracurricular
वाज क्वाइट
activities.
सो यस
That gothic nature of the wedding, it just turned me off, I'm sorry to say. It was too dark for me to handle. I didn't like that.
okay so yes
One
this
word I want to like ask both of you actually. What did
okay
you think about Kabir and Jazz ka angle? Like, do you think it made any progress this season? Do you think it was good enough? Were you entertained by them at all? I mean, this is my question to both of you. So
I was. Titas is asking something. I can't read. I'm
he's not
having a
asking.
problem with my eyesight. My
He's
throat
saying that
is
Jazz
bad.
and Shashank Arora character are soulmates. He's saying.
I also feel the same because I think if season 3 comes after 4 or 5 years, probably we'll see them hooking up again or more than that.
So basically, their Gadi is not gonna get out of first gear.
but
I
एक
feel so
चीज
bad for Jazz when she was heartbroken by Kabir and she goes back to that Nadeem. Nadeem was his name, right?
Nadeem, yeah,
Yeah. And she finds out that he's also having someone in his life for permanent, probably. So
obviously.
I feel so bad for Jazz. She's such a sweet, innocent girl. Oh my God. And she's also very, very much ambitious. One day she will be Tara. She is the next Tara, probably.
एग्जैक्टली हो सकता है मुझे एक एक चीज थोड़ी अच्छी नहीं लगी और ये मेंशन मैं जरूर करना चाहता था और राइट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग जैसे लाइक सीजन 1 दिख रहा था वहां से मुझे ये मेंशन करना ही था ऑन जैसा कि ओके यू आर मेकिंग अ शो इन इंग्लिश जैसे लेकिन एट द एंड एक तुम ये शो बना रहे हो हिंदी ऑडियंस के लिए बना रहे हो ऑब्वियसली यू आर मेकिंग दिस मतलब सीरीज पार्ट ऑफ इंडियन पार्ट ऑफ हिंदी सिनेमा और तुम हिंदी को ही नहीं रख रहे हो लाइक आई फेल्ट लाइक नहीं
ये
यार
लोग हैं यार, हम ये लोग कहाँ हिंदी में बात करते हैं? ये साउथ दिल्ली वाले पॉश लोग हैं, हिंदी तो इनके लिए गाली.
आई फेल्ट लाइक कि ओके मतलब अभी बहुत जोया अख्तर के खुद के फिल्म्स में हिंदी अच्छे से यूज करते हैं उन लोग जैसे दिल धड़कने दो या पकड़ लो या जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा
But
बोथ
Sanket,
सेट इन एंड अराउंड द रिच क्लास एलीट क्लास बट
but
स्टिल
they are
यहाँ पे
much
मुझे
more
लग
mainstream. they are much more mainstream projects, na? They are theatrical releases. They are much more mainstream projects. There's a lot more money riding on them. Here,
Okay.
they are making the product for a particular audience, which is already there. Like the audience was already waiting for it. Like it's their target was not to appeal to new audience or appeal to new audience. Their target was to just serve the audience that they already have. So they did not need to do anything different. So
Okay.
that therein lies your answer that those were
क्योंकि
theatrical mainstream releases starring very big stars with big budgets and big money riding on them. This is a web series, like maybe one of the most expensive web series, but still a web series nonetheless. So
करेक्ट.
the scales are very different. The stakes are also very different.
बट एक्चुअली बट एक ही चीज थी कि अगर आप मतलब इंग्लिश में ही दिखा रहे लेकिन पार्ट पार्ट में ऐसे हिंदी रख रहे हैं और फिर जाके उसमें मतलब गालियां भी इसमें जैसे रख रहे हैं कि इट्स नॉट फिटिंग क्वाइट वेल कि आप
हाँ,
अगर लाइक उन लोग अगर इंग्लिश में भी गाली दे रहे हैं लाइक आई इट डिडंट फेल्ट लाइक कि कोई एक इंडियन जैसा
authentic
कुछ
नहीं लगा.
ऑथेंटिक नहीं
Uh,
लगा एज
so
कम्पेयर
there was
टू.
a tweet. There was a tweet by this stand-up comedian
Separately.
called Kajol Srinivasan. She's like characters in shows like Made in Heaven don't speak English. They don't speak Hindi. It's not even English. It's this new language called Fucklish. Basically, they are just, oh, can I use the word? Can I use the F word?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so
Gosh.
they're like, suppose somebody has to say, I did not like the breakfast. In Made in Heaven, they will be like,
That's
fuck,
fucking like
dude,
breakfast.
fuck, I didn't like the fucking breakfast. Fuck, fucking hell, like something like that. So So yeah, it's a different language altogether. Like in a bit to show South Delhi and the poshness and the affluence of South Delhi, they probably may have gone a little bit too overboard with it.
करेक्ट. लाइक एक सीन में ऐसा लग रहा था कि इफ लाइक जब भी शशांक अरोरा का कैरेक्टर लाइक शिवानी रघुवंशी का कैरेक्टर वहां पे वो बोल रहा है कि शी स्पीकिंग इन हिंदी, लेकिन
Right.
फिर भी वहां पे जैसे सीजन 1 में दिख रहा था कि शशांक अरोरा का कैरेक्टर इज एक्चुअली स्पीकिंग वेल इन विथ हर इन हिंदी, बट यहाँ पे जस्ट ही इज ट्राइंग टू कन्वर्स इन इंग्लिश इटसेल्फ, तो वो इट्स नॉट क्वाइट फिटिंग लाइक सीजन
Gab
1
is
से मुझे
also
ऐसा लग रहा
updating
था.
herself now. She has also become much more fluent in English than she was in season one.
Yeah,
6
but
महीने
you
में
know,
सब बदलाव हो गए.
honestly, one shout out to Shivani Raghuvanshi here, that she actually, like in her real life, if you listen to her interviews and all, na, she's actually very well spoken. Like her English is actually quite good, and she actually kind of does a put on kind of an act in Made in Heaven, like wherein her English does not sound too organic, like it doesn't come naturally to her, but she's still speaking it. So that's a very hard thing to do as an actor, and she has actually mastered that. Like she has went like one step lower.
करेक्ट नहीं सच में मैंने
So yeah,
उनके
it's difficult to
इंटरव्यूज
fake.
देखे हैं. मैंने
It's
उनके
difficult to
उनके
fake.
इंटरव्यूज करेक्ट
Yeah,
एब्सोल्युटली. और वो ये चीज आपने बहुत अच्छे से बरोबर से पॉइंट आउट की. मैंने उनके इंटरव्यूज देखे हैं कि शी स्पीक्स लाइक बहुत अच्छी इंग्लिश बोलते हैं उन लोग, लेकिन
yeah,
फिर
yeah,
जाके
yeah, yeah. Very fluent. She's very
उसमें
fluent.
शी जस्ट लाइक ऐसे a girl who can't speak much a good English, जैसे मैं हूँ वैसे वो कैसे
नहीं नहीं, your English is good,
पोर्ट्रे
yeah.
कर नहीं, लेकिन वैसे ही कुछ पोर्ट्रे करना वो काफी मेहनत का काम है और वो उसमें मास्टर स्ट्रोक जैसा लाए थे. सो यस, क्वाइट कुडोस टू हर. लाइक वैसे
Absolutely,
आई
absolutely.
वुड लव टू सी हर कैरेक्टर एज वेल. अगर सीजन 3 आता है तो यार लेट्स होप, जैसे
आएगा
सताक्षी
ही.
ने
I
बोला
think,
तो
मतलब
डालेंगे.
why not? Like they've left it at a very crucial juncture. There's no reason why they can't cash this cow even further. So
हम्म. अभी
they'll be
लाइक काइंड ऑफ
remiss
And I
कि
to
think
not.
Vikrant
अभी
Massey has something more to offer in the next season because
अभी
that
अभी
actor
मैं बोल सकता
great.
हूँ कि गुजराती वेडिंग बाकी है, अभी बंगाली वेडिंग बाकी है, मेरी नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न वेडिंग बाकी है, तो देखते हैं अगली सीजन में ये सब वेडिंग्स मिल सकते हैं वैसे. लेट्स होप.
Yeah, yeah, totally. There's so much of India left to cover. I don't know. I don't remember. Was there a Bengali wedding or a northeastern wedding in the first season? No, there hasn't been.
नहीं.
No. So यार Delhi based show है and चितरंजन पाके उन लोगों ने cover नहीं किया अब तक तो फिर like
अच्छा.
so there's still so much area in Delhi only left to be covered. So why not?
एग्जैक्टली लाइक वो अभी
Yeah,
भी वो
yeah.
कश्मीरी वेडिंग में भी वो भी कुछ बाकी है, और लाइक
हाँ हाँ, बिल्कुल
काफी
बिल्कुल
इंडिया
बिल्कुल,
कवर करना
अभी
है
तक they have
डेफिनेटली।
been mostly Delhi weddings only, like मतलब some variation of a Delhi wedding, but it has been
हम्म,
pretty much Delhi, like very loyal to Delhi kind of weddings.
करेक्ट करेक्ट। डेफिनेटली ये सब चीज मैं खुद, हम सब खुद एक्साइटेड रह गए ये सब देखने के लिए।
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
So, guys, thank you so much. We are concluding this discussion conversation of Made in Heaven season 2. काफी अच्छा
yeah, yeah,
लगा आप दोनों आए। लाइक पहली बार है जहाँ पे विशेष और सताक्षी पहली बार लाइक एक पॉडकास्ट साथ में कर रहे
yeah, yeah,
हैं।
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I would love to see you guys
Hopefully here's to the
together.
first of many, I guess.
Sorry.
Hopefully here's to the first of to here's to the first of many, I guess.
नहीं एब्सोल्युटली यार,
Of
सच में
course.
लाइक सताक्षी डॉक्टर के साथ किया है सताक्षी ने पॉडकास्ट, वैसे
अच्छा.
तो काफी लोगों से के
Wonderful
साथ किया
Dr.
like,
Yaranveer Meera Prasad.
No, I know him. I know him on a personal level. So
yes. We guys
yeah,
are one from one same group, so yes, मजा आएगा नेक्स्ट टाइम भी ऐसे सताक्षी और विशेष आप दोनों के साथ ऐसे कुछ डिस्कशन करने का। सो यस,
absolutely.
अंटिल नेक्स्ट टाइम, थैंक यू सो मच गाइज, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद इस
Thank you so much
पॉडकास्ट
for having me.
Thank
Pleasure.
you,
thank you
Sanket,
so
for
much,
having
and
us.
also thank you so much to Satakshi's dog for the cameo.
हाँ हाँ, like अब आ रहा है ना मेड इन हेवन वाला feels.
अंकल
मेड इन
के
हेवन वाला
चैनल को
feels आ रहा है.
सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो प्लीज कर लीजिए। This guy is
Me-
really working hard.
Oh,
मेड इन हेवन
रुको मैं अभी
की
करता हूँ subscribe.
मेड इन हेवन के डिस्कशन में हम आपके है कौन वाला डॉग का कैमियो, ग्रेट
Yeah, yeah, Tuffy,
कॉम्बिनेशन।
Tuffy is there, Tuffy.
टफी।
What's his name,
ये
by the way?
Zing.
Zing. Nice.
ओके चलो गाइस, बाय बाय।
Bye, bye.